Hello, YouTube. My lighting is horrible. So I haven't made an update in a while, like a week, um, which is not what my plan was, but life happens. So I came back to give an update on how I'm doing and how, like, the past several days have been. Um, so the first night after my surgery was a bit rough. I feel like one of the things that they don't say to you or people don't tell you is that when you get up to go to the bathroom or whatever, that hurts. Like getting up and then going back to bed, the rush of blood going down to your knee is painful. So that was really bad, night 1 and 2. And I got prescribed Norco, 10 milligrams, and I was taking those every 4 hours for the first 3 to 4 days after my surgery. So that first, but honestly, like my first night, there was a point in time where I had gotten up I get like at 2 o'clock in the morning, I had to get up to pee. And then I wasn't supposed to take anything until 6. So I got up at 2 and then I had to pee again at 4. And at 4 o'clock, pain was so bad that I couldn't wait till 6. So I had to take it at like 4:30. It was, which is fine. Like if you need it early, take it early and hopefully you're good. It sucks that those first 2 nights are the most painful because I feel like that first night is when you have to go to the bathroom the most because of the fluids that they give you. Excuse me if I make faces. I am currently on my CPM machine. I'm up to 65 degrees now. It's going like it's on the bend down now, so it's the lower numbers lowering, but my degree that I'm stretching to at this moment is 65. And I go up a few degrees every day. Like I go up 5 to 10 degrees every day, or I try to. I started off at about 30. I was supposed to start 40, but I started a little less, and I did skip a day. And so the goal is to get to 90 by, I think I need to up it some more, because I'm trying to get to 90 by the end of this week. So that first night you pee a lot because that is when they're giving you all those fluids. So the fluids are coming through your system. And for me, I'm going to give TMI because these are things that I wasn't expecting because nobody said anything about it. My first night going to the bathroom, urinating for me was difficult because of the anesthesia. That can be a side effect of the anesthesia where you go to pee and it will trickle out and then like your bladder will be full. My bladder was full. I would sit down to pee and it would trickle out and then it would just stop. And I would literally have to like forcefully push to get the rest of my urine to come out. After about 2 days though, that corrected itself and I was fine. But that's a side effect of anesthesia that nobody tells you to be prepared for, or that's a possibility. So that happened. And I want to say that, so my surgery was on a Wednesday, and I want to say that by the time Saturday rolled around, I was cutting back on pain pills a lot. Like Friday, Saturday, I started cutting back a ton. And now I'm at the point where I don't take pain medication until it's the end of the night after I've done my CPM machine throughout the day and my soreness is at a higher level, but also it's more so for me, like during the day, it's easier for me to like distract myself from the discomfort because it's not bad pain. It's just like discomfort. And so during the day, you can like watch TV and keep your mind distracted, and you don't think about your throbbing leg because it's not that bad. The pain is not that intense. But at night, when you're trying to go to sleep, the goal is to clear your mind and not think about anything. And so I find I have a harder time being able to fall asleep because I feel like the pain is more intense. When I don't think it's more intense, I think it's just that I'm more focused on it. And so I take one. Plus, I mean, I would have done the CPM machine for about 3 hours at that point because I have to do this for 2 to 3 hours a day, and so I break it up into like 2 to 3 sessions depending on how I feel that day. And I waited a little later in the day today to do this, so I when I wait till it's later in the day, sometimes I'll do like an hour and a half and then an hour and a half, or I'll just do 2 hours depending on how it feels. And it did not, the CPM machine didn't hurt like I thought that it would. Like, I was terrified to put my leg in this thing and press the start button because I thought that it was going to feel horrible. I was just like, these people just cut into my leg. They just sawed it. Like, there's no way this is going to feel good. But it honestly doesn't hurt. I'm not saying that it feels great, but it doesn't hurt. It literally, you don't feel the stretch until you're like, you get to the higher numbers. Because my doctor started me off at 40 degrees. I was like, out of like worry and paranoia, I was like, I'm starting at 20. I'm not starting off at 40. Like, that's a lot. That makes me nervous. So I started at 20, but 20 was like nothing. So I was like, oh, I can do that. So then I went up to like 30. Like, I went up like increments of 5, and I realized I was like, oh, it's honestly not that bad. And so then I just let it go at 40. But so if your doctor orders you a CPM machine, use it. It is an amazing machine. It is great. It literally, like, I want to show you guys the mechanism, like the mechanism of it from the side. So literally, it's just bending my leg gently. And it does it very slow, and you can speed up how fast. This is just the one that I got, but like the rabbit determines the speed at which it's going. You can pause it at any time, stop it, and it'll just stop. But I always wait till I get to I've never stopped it somewhere not at 0, so I don't know what happens if you stop it and it's not on 0. I'm assuming it's gonna stop whatever degree it's at. So, and they told me not to do anything with extension, so I just leave extension at 0 and let flexion run. But it's a really great machine. It does stretch you out, and it's necessary. Because I'm on no weight bearing status, so I walk around with crutches everywhere. I have not left my house yet. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'm a bit nervous for going outside for the first time because there's snow outside. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know like how snowy or how, like how bad it is outside. I don't think it's that bad because it snowed the other day, and I don't think it snowed any since. So we shall see how that goes. I'm trying to think of what else I should share about this experience so far. I mean, the CPM machine is great. Use it if you can get it. I got these. So at the same time that my doctor delivered or I had them deliver my CPM machine, I got these. It's a cool pack thing, which I haven't used the entirety of it yet. I used the cool pack portion. Like, I just used the cooling gel pack, I guess. You put them in the freezer, and they give me 2, so I can rotate them out, which I think is really great. So I don't have to wait for ice when I really need it. And it's just like a cool, and it has a hole in the middle, and it fits gently, like greatly right over your knee. Try and get one of those machines. Like, I thought that like I was gonna get like an ice machine where I had to put like ice in it. It was gonna swirl all this cold water, but that's not what I got. I got a gel pack, and I really love it because it comes with this wrap that you put around that you can pump for when your leg is swollen, which is awesome. I think I'm actually going to use it tonight, like the whole contraption, because I haven't used the whole thing yet. I'm going to try it tonight and see after doing my CPM machine, because my knee feels slightly sore today because I had a bit of a slip yesterday, which has me worried because, you know, you don't want to mess anything up. And I slipped and put some weight on my foot yesterday. My crutch slipped out from underneath me, and I ended up putting some weight on my knee. And it wasn't painful in that moment, but it did get painful after. And so I talked to my doctor. They moved my appointment up. I'm going to get x-rays tomorrow to make sure that everything is okay and it's in the right spots. But I've been icing more. So stay on top of your icing. Stay on top of your pain meds when you first get home. And use a CPM machine. Those are my top tips. It works. So I hope this update helps someone who ends up having to have the surgery and is looking for research. I will talk to you guys next time I update.